All right, hello everybody. It is Thursday morning. Great to have you with us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Have you gotten used to the name yet? I almost know it by memory. So luckily we got the teleprompter there that helps me remember what to say. What's the first thing that I'm supposed to say, Gerald? Gerald is in here in the studio. Oh, what's up, Internet? Oh, gosh, wouldn't you love for me to say that to you every morning? An almost 46-year-old man telling you what's up, Internet. It's about right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's show you the weather forecast. My peeps, here's let's just see if I can come up with all sorts of ridiculous old man talk. Isn't this how the kids talk? Why don't you manifest some sunshine? We might have that by 4 this afternoon. It's pretty nice right now. Temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day, but, you know, the high will be about 28. I guess the high is whatever it is now, and then it'll kind of settle in around 28 this afternoon. Scattered flurries, Riley is saying, by noon, and a cold night ahead. Watching for some snow on Saturday night. Looks like that's when it'll happen. All right, inauguration is still what most everyone is talking about this morning. A lot of cool moments, right? And so we're going to turn this over to you to talk about whatever you want, but we thought we would direct today's conversation to be about the music. Lady Gaga, just incredible, right? One of the best performances of the national anthem, I think, I've heard in recent history anyway. Jennifer Lopez had a little bit more of a medley of patriotic songs, This Land Is Your Land, and then she did Let's Get Wild. Why not? Started talking in Spanish. It was great. And then Garth Brooks. Garth, you know, shows up at a black tie event wearing cowboy boots and jeans and asked everyone to sing along with Amazing Grace, which I thought was cool. So we're asking, you know, rank the performers. Who is the best? Who'd you like the best? Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, Garth Brooks. Let's talk music, right? I mean, think of the things we could talk about. I feel like asking you about the music from the inauguration feels like it might lead to the most pleasant comments from folks. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not putting the challenge out there, but I know you guys will come through with really great comments, and I am asking my producer if someone writes something about socialism and singing and something like that, let's see that nonsense too. It is President Biden's first full day as president. For sure the talk was all about unity during his inauguration. We did hear from him again last night. Did you watch this untraditional celebration?
America's story depends not on any.
Well, looks like we locked her up a bit there, right? Yeah, well, you know, that'll happen. It was a long night for everybody. Our servers are tired. It happens. Televised event replaces, you know, usually you'd have these inaugural balls, and instead we had that kind of made-for-TV show hosted by a very cold-looking Tom Hanks. Could someone get the man a coat, for goodness sakes? It was about 40 degrees, I think, in Washington, D.C. last night, which for D.C. is very cold. And frankly, Minnesotans, we want to act like we're tough, but imagine standing out in 40 degrees for an hour doing live broadcasting. Not easy. President Biden getting to work today, of course. He's scheduled to talk about COVID. Everything today is going to be about COVID. 10 executive orders will be signed aimed at fighting the virus. A mask mandate that we saw yesterday for federal property will extend to planes, trains, other forms of public transportation. Shouldn't change much in Minnesota. The mask mandate here covers most of that stuff. Also, another goal will include reopening most schools within the next 100 days, so we'll watch for that. Joe Biden's already signed more than a dozen executive actions in the Oval Office. That mask mandate I mentioned, one of them, also an action calling for the U.S. to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. That'll take about 30 days, but we'll be back in that. Also undoing some Trump actions on immigration, the census, the Keystone pipeline, and other immigration changes. The swearing in of Vice President Kamala Harris, major turning point in American history. Vice President Harris really gave credit to the generations of women who came before her for paving her path to the second highest office in the country. We spoke with some Minnesota students who watched her take that historic oath.
As a Black woman, seeing another Black woman become the vice president is just really powerful to me, and it can inspire young women and other younger girls.
It's pretty cool, right? Teacher told us she wants her students to look at this moment as historical, but also to use it to push forward in their own lives. One of the more powerful moments on Inauguration Day, I thought, was Amanda Gorman. I certainly was not alone with this. I think when you heard the Youth Poet Laureate up there speak, delivering the poem that preached unity and hope, it's hard not to say, wow.
Being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it.
Just such presence. What an incredible, and the, you know, the words, so powerful. She's 22, from California, from LA, youngest inaugural poet ever. Her poem is called "The Hill We Climb." She wrote this after the Capitol was stormed 2 weeks ago. Some celebrities weighing in on social media. Oprah Winfrey said, "I've never been prouder to see another young woman rise." Said Maya Angelou would be looking down with pride. She has a book coming out. It went from, you know, kind of hanging out on Amazon. Now the pre-order is #1. Okay, should we talk about the fashion icon of the inauguration? Take a look. Oh, work it, Bernie! Bernie Sanders. Do you think the reaction to this was a little over the top? Like, did he look that ridiculous? I think it's because he was sitting alone is what put it over the top. Like, here's Senator Bernie Sanders, ran for president, sitting by himself. The memes are out. Are you ready? Here we go. Bernie Sanders on the moon, just sitting alone. He was just out of camera range, so we didn't see that. There he is with Big Bird from the West Wing. Here he's on a roller coaster. The Minnesota memes are great, too. There's one with Bernie Sanders in the State Fair butter carving booth. He's sitting there bundled up next to the big thing of butter. Pretty good. Lots of good stuff out there. Health Department says here in Minnesota, all of the vaccine appointments are filled for this week. Well, wasn't hard to do when they only had 6,000 of them. There were more than 100,000 people trying to log on and call in and get vaccine appointments. This was when the federal government expanded vaccine access to anyone over the age of 65. And so Minnesota launched these 9 community vaccination centers. And, you know, it'll be great to get 6,000 people vaccinated over the coming days. Another 6,000 spots are reserved for teachers and child care workers. But it was sort of a train wreck, right? This log-on system they had, the website crashing. So hopefully they'll get a combination of better technology and more vaccines to do this again next Tuesday at noon. That's the next sign up that'll open up. My Powerball ticket did not win. I got 2 numbers on one line, so that was pretty good. And those 2 numbers win me nothing. But, you know, somebody won $730 million. And it's somebody in Maryland. That's where the winning ticket was sold. We don't have any details about the winner, and we may never know who won. Maryland is one of 6 states where lottery winners can remain anonymous. Would you want to come forward and tell people that you won $740 million? That's going to be a no way. Absolutely not. If I had the ability to not say it, I would just vanish from this program. You would never hear from me again. You could assume whatever you would want about the reason I no longer worked here, and no one would care. No one would care. Tomorrow's Mega Millions drawing is still up for grabs, $970 million. So you still have a chance to lose that tomorrow. So something to look forward to. Let's get into today's talker. I'm curious to see what people thought. Dolly Morantes says Gaga was amazing and J-Lo's dress was pretty. Is that like a passive-aggressive, I didn't like you, J-Lo, but you sure look cute? J-Lo's dress was amazing. Becca says, I love Lady Gaga. Gotta give a shout out to the poet also. Yep, totally agree, Becca. Thank you. We're lining up on Team Gaga. Weren't you a little nervous when Gaga walked out with that Mockingjay on her dress? It was gonna be like a Hunger Games scenario. She was She was awesome. I agree, Linda. I thought all the music was fun. Garth was the best and always is. I saw like a little bit of pushback like from the non-country fans out there. The former host of the 734 here was letting his East Coast elitism fly by ripping on Garth. Yeah, I'm with you, Nancy. I thought Garth having everybody sing together was, the theme was unity, and that was cool. Garth Brooks is a Republican. Said like, look, I'm not all of a sudden on Team Biden, but come on, man, like it's inauguration. It's a big deal. Tamara, there we go. J-Lo looked pretty. That's like the most passive-aggressive rip on J-Lo this morning. I love it. I love it. Garth gave me the most feels. Yeah. Oh, and Tamara loves my tie. Thank you. New tie. On fleek. That's what the kids say. What's up, Internet? Okay, should I say something about cap? I'm capping? No? That's bad? I don't know. My kids say it, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I've become my old man father. It happens. All right, I'm gonna do a dab and then peace out. See you later. Are we dabbing still? No.